They're one of the oldest teams in NBA history. But LeBron James, he has recently been making the comments that all it takes is making the playoffs and you got a chance.
Even if AD comes back healthy and stays healthy, I don't think the Lakers can make it far currently constructed.
Moving on to the next LA team, the Los Angeles Lakers. I think the answers here are pretty obvious, but we'll talk about it anyway. Aaron, how do you feel about the Lakers, contenders or pretenders? And before you answer, I just want to say LeBron James, although he hasn't said that they're going to win the title or anything, he has recently been making the comments that all it takes is making the playoffs and you got a chance. And he's not wrong. But how do you feel, contender or pretender?
I think I'm going pretender. And this isn't anything on LeBron, because I know there's people that are dogging on LeBron and AD. And I'm not even dogging that much on Westbrook. He is, part of the blame does go on Russell Westbrook for that this has not worked out, but also the Lakers front office. And if you want to extend that to LeBron, because everyone calls him lead GM, that's fine too. But it's just the role. I think we saw they traded most of their role players for Russell Westbrook, and right now they can't find any outside of maybe Carmelo. I mean, they can't find any consistent role players. I mean, you have Malik Monk maybe contributing, he's starting to get better and better. But outside of that, I mean, LeBron's having to play center basically. And it's the roster's just kind of a mess. And also I put a little bit of blame on Frank Vogel. I mean, once again, the issue in Indiana, I think also the issue in Orlando was he's a good defensive coach, but his offenses are just lacking. And granted, it doesn't help when you have Russell Westbrook and LeBron, two guys who are predicated on needing the ball in their hands and don't really play well off ball, especially Russell Westbrook. So, even if AD comes back healthy and stays healthy, I don't think the Lakers can make it far currently constructed. So, I'm going pretender for the LA Lakers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to keep it short and simple. I simply don't think that they have the health right now or will have the health in the playoffs to be at full strength. And that's, I know it sucks to say, but like Anthony Davis right now, it's every couple of games, like something comes up and now he's got to miss this and that. And in the playoffs, when that happens, that can be the difference in a series if you miss one or two games. So I think that's a concern. Also, I mean, everybody knew this going into the season, but they're one of the oldest teams in NBA history. And that's just not going to bode well in the playoffs after a long, grueling season. A lot of guys dealing with injuries. Now you got to go against some of these other younger teams like the Grizzlies, I mean, who can just, run like crazy, have all the stamina in the world and, just are healthier. So I agree with you. I think the Lakers are pretenders. And like you said, even if magically health was not an issue at all, age wasn't an issue at all, I just don't think the roster as constructed is a championship level roster because I just don't think the pieces fit well together at all. And I don't think that's any of the players' fault. Personally, I put the blame on the GM for making that happen. And I guess you can put the blame on any players who sort of swayed any decisions for, bringing Russell Westbrook in, cough, cough, LeBron and Anthony Davis. I think the Lakers are pretenders.